Well, welcome to the start. For some of you who've been with me a long while, thanks for your patience. We're finally here. For those that are new to the channel, welcome. Most model railway channels will show you a build from the baseboard up. We're going from the shed base up in this one, so feel free to subscribe and follow me on the journey of not only the build of the layout, but the room it's going to be housed in and all of its challenges that may prevent. Like today is the weather. We're in June and about to have another lot of rain, so hopefully I can do this in less takes than the last time. So as you can see, you join me back on the early stages of the build. If you're an original follower of the channel, you know to get to this period of construction there was an awful lot of work went into this. The sewer main runs under here. It was an old concrete pipe system that was collapsing. I dug the whole lot out, replaced it with modern pipe, backfilled, compacted the ground, allowed it several months, if not about a year now, to settle the ground, compact all this ground again, excavate it, level it off, grade it, put our perimeter around to retain the concrete. We're now at the stage of putting the sub-base material in. This is about 4 inches compacted down. It's going to take about 7 tons thereabouts. That goes in on top of this soil. We then put a very fine coating of what they call fines. This is just to protect the plastic membrane that will go on top to any of these sort of stones and material that come out of the base. Can puncture the damp-proof membrane and obviously defeat the object of any damp sucking up through the soil and the sub-base going into your concrete pad. So we put a membrane on top, and then I have this old steel work that can go in to strengthen the concrete, make it reinforced. We're then all hands on deck, or as many hands as I can muster, to do a concrete pad. We're then looking at 2 brick courses all the way around the perimeter, one where the doorway is, and then on top of that a conventional timber frame, membrane, steel cladding around 3 sides, UPVC cladding on the front side, because obviously it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing than it looking like a 1940s air raid shelter. Then the inside's going to be OSB sheeting rather than plasterboard, as it's more durable, and round about the time I priced it up originally, OSB was cheaper than plasterboard. It's the other way around now, but I prefer the OSB because it will give me more options for hanging and screwing shelves and things on the walls as we move on. So conventional plasterboard ceiling also. Then we'll sort of get to the various sort of options on lighting for the area, the workspace and the layout, and obviously integrated lighting inside the layout sections, along with sort of some of the light that's provided by the scenery as well. But that's a long way down the road, so I will come back to you when we're a little bit further on. Well, one of those sort of sidetrack jobs, you know, I thought I'd just screw this in my post up here and then mend it upright to be useful, you know. So just a quick job. So I just stood on this. Guess what, it won't take 100 kilos, and I didn't have the lights on at the time because it was just, you know, yeah, screw it in. That'll give you a clue. The barrel collapsed. I just came down and just happened to grab something, which happened to be the business end of the hacksaw, and went down. I mean, it slowed the descent, but unfortunately I sort of figured out what was happening as I was going down, and it was too late. That one's quite good. I'll spare you the murder scene in the sink at the kitchen, but suffice to say, a plaster didn't quite do the job. Probably should be a hospital job, but as I'm the only one that can drive and I've got better things to do for the next 4 hours than sit in A&E while they glue my finger up or put a couple of stitches in it, so yeah, we'll wait until gangrene sets in. You know, typical blokey thing. Anyway, where there's a will, there's a way. Well, a bit more done. We had to do the last three with a conventional wheelbarrow because the steering cable has snapped on the dumper truck yet again. But it's always important to stay hydrated. Cheers. Well, I've just gone over it again. Had to level it off. It was a little bit high in places and used a drag line method, which has been a bit of a pain in the arse. Progress has been hindered because the cable snapped on the dumper truck again. I did effect a temporary repair with the throttle cable I bought, which turned out to be a little bit too temporary and only lasted about 6 barrel loads before it started losing tension. I've fixed it possibly now by putting a ferrule on the cable to increase the grip on it, but yeah, it's sort of buggering about fixing that instead of doing this. So there's a little bit more to finish off. I've still got a couple of ton or so of the material, so I have got another project in mind for down here. With the excess material, some of it because I'll bring the patio out a little bit more over here where the digger is, and the entrance will be here, so yeah, there might be something here, along here. Whoops, I don't kill myself with all the debris lying everywhere, but you'll have to wait and see till the end of the build what that will be. No, I won't give you a clue. You'll have to wait. One of them teasers. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully tomorrow, been doing things today. 2 or 3 more loads should finish that off. Then I better get in contact with the chap, see when he's available and how much he's going to charge to assist me to do the concrete, and then try and obviously liaise with everyone else I need to find with a wheelbarrow and some muscles to give me a hand to do the concrete base, which is probably the next interlude you may see. I don't know, depends on what else crops up in between. You never know. Well, it's done. Just got to damp it down a bit. It's a bit dry, but I took all this back out. There's a load of stones lying about anyway, but that was me last barrel load in, and I've took more out as I'm scraping back and compacting down and going over. So should be 4 inches left to fill with concrete.